Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Let me thank members for the comments and the concerns raised in respect of the business statement presented as by way of matters arising. Now, the Honorable Member for Fuansia Yuribi made the point that there is the need for government to, as it were, present the policy programs, program documents regarding all the policies launched, all government's flagship programs launched thus far. And by his reckoning, there are about 17 of them. It's well noted. We'll take it up with the Minister of Finance and the other sector ministers. I know that some are coming by way of bills. For instance, the 24-hour economy policy has come by way of bills. Legislation will be passed to ensure that there's a proper legal framework and others. So it's well noted. We'll endeavor to do that. In fact, that's how it's supposed to be. Then, the issue about the WASI results. Fortuitously, I can report to the House that the President himself has directed, the President himself has directed the Minister of Education to, as it were, study the Chief Examiner's report on the WASI, on the 2025 WASI results, with the Chief Director, the Director General of GES. And I believe that the Minister will be well informed to come and brief the House regarding the matters contained in the Chief Examiner's report. So we'll try and program him for next week to do this. Then, Mr. Speaker, Professor Kingsley Nyako raised the issue of the situation of air conditioners and some of offices numbering about 54, according to my record. The complaints that are officially before myself and my brother, the minority chief, who is our 54 offices that are not having functioning air conditioning. So members find it difficult. It's also a matter of record that Parliament is going through the procurement processes to get the air conditioners rehabilitated and not replaced. Also is the lift. The procurement processes are unfortunately painfully tedious, So, because if you don't go through, you'll be in breach, and nobody wants to be in breach. So things have been approached with some alacrity, but I believe that by the time we are back, they will be installed. Then he noted that he has a question. The question has been repeated. So it's also noted for deletion. Then again, he asked a question. His concern was about the fact that he's filed some questions regarding the number of shrines that exist in the country, the number of mosques that also exist in the country. But he's surprised that another question regarding the number of churches has rather been slated. What I can say about that is that it means the minister has obtained the adequate information necessary for him to come and respond to the question. But the information available for, I believe, the mosque and the shrines is delaying. That is why we cannot advertise a question for him to come and respond to when he hasn't got the material to come and respond. So that would be the plausible reasons for advertising, for advertising that next week the minister will come and respond to that of churches, but that of for shrine is not ready. But we'll look into this and explain why that for the shrine is not listed for next week. I believe when he's ready, he will notify us, and then it can be advertised for him to come and respond to. Then, the issue of traffic. Professor Nyako, how can issue of traffic congestion be a matter for business statement? Hey, Professor Nyako. Please. Parliament cannot control traffic. So what we can do is that it is that particular time of the year when there's a general congestion because of the upcoming Yuletide. So we want to encourage members to leave home early. Members should endeavor to leave home early, so they can beat the early morning traffic, heavy traffic congestion, which starts from about 7:30, 8 a.m. If you leave home early, by 6:37, you are in Parliament. From wherever you are located in the metropolis, even if you are in Tema, if you leave home by 6:30, by 7:15, you are here. But if you sit at home till about 9, 10, and you leave home, you won't get here by 12, because all the traders will be pouring in. But be it as it may, we want to. It's a noted concern. So we want to urge the Director General of the MTTD to deploy more men onto the roads to ensure an easy flow of traffic. So for the general ease of movement within the city towards Christmas and immediately after Christmas and New Year. So it's noted. But I want to, on behalf of my majority leader, encourage members to leave home early. We are in the budget hearing season, so get here early so we can do business early. Then, Franca Free raised the issue of advertised time for going on recess, when whether or not that timetable is still in operation. Yes, it is. But the general concern of members is that this time we have the opportunity to be able to do things much quicker than it is advertised. And if that happens, then it means we can go on recess before the 19th. Today, if we are lucky, we can take about 5 or 6 or 7 more reports. And combined with what we did yesterday, it means we are doing close to 20 or 16 or 17 out of 41. If next week we are able to we can finish the reports by next week, depending on the circumstances. And if we are able to finish the reports by the 12th, it means when we enter the 3rd week of the month, we'll be able to pass appropriation and go on recess even before the 19th. So it depends on the enormity of work and the alacrity with which we are handling the reports and its approval. Then, my brother Vincent Asifua again rehashed. You see, he's not on the floor to listen to. Okay, so pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. So stop the conspiracy and pay attention. So the issue of the WASI. So I believe the minister, upon perusal of the chief examiner's report, will be informed well enough to come and brief the House. And then we'll see how we can now formulate programs and policies to ensure that we don't experience, this hasn't happened for some time, and we are all concerned. So once he briefs us, I'm sure we'll look at what to do and the directions to give. Then, your call that the health minister comes to brief the House is also noted. So we can endeavor to program him to come and respond to your concerns, if the business of the House permits. Then the call that the AG should come here, not as AG, but constitutionally speaking, the AG cannot be decoupled from the Minister of Justice. He is in a composite capacity, so whenever he's here, he comes as the AG as well as the Minister of Justice. And yes, I agree that we need to program him to come to respond to some of the issues you have raised. And myself, I'll be raising that matter shortly. Adam Agbana, your concern is noted. Statements that have been advertised for members to, the sponsors of those statements, to take them on the floor. Given the exigencies, they are being rolled over to next week. Yesterday, I was actually looking out for you because we had a window to take a couple. But because we couldn't see some of you, we will roll them over to next week. And given the exigencies, we can take, when we get the window, like we did today and yesterday, we'll take them alongside government business. Then, my brother, Jerry Shaib, Zipline, your concerns are noted. The minister will then be programmed. So the Minister for Health is then being demanded to appear to address the issue of the Zipline as well as the other matter that Vincent Asifua raised. So, Mr. Speaker, these are the compendium of issues.
Thank you. Thank you, honourable members.
Compendium of issues that the members.
Honourable members, Leader, I said it. I had wanted everybody to just.
Speaker, let me start off by, I also recognize you don't have time. I think I don't agree with the Chief Whip. By the way, he's done excellently well so far. At least, he's not attempting to trivialize the issues we are raising. He's not trivializing them. And I commend him highly. Yes. So, but the matter on air conditioning is unfortunate, it's coming up on the floor. Ideally, what should be done is that administrators should ferry progress reports to the chief whips so that the whips can update members on the various platforms. It's not a matter that we should be discussing at plenary. So that should be taken in good stride. On traffic congestion, Leader, I disagree with you. Because you see, you are saying that we should reset. And the reset must cut across all spheres of life. Yes. Reset. No, in other jurisdictions, authorities are getting innovative. In the context of your reset agenda, you must get innovative. And you should get the minister here, Minister for Roads and Highways. He should get his agencies to come and tell us. Because it is predictable that getting to the Christmas festivities, there will be traffic. So it's predictable. We can't sit. We must get innovative. Yes. Speaker, we are clearly getting closer to adjournment. We have a lot of issues. Your backyard, your morale is weak. The morale of your back is weak. I don't have to mention names. It's weak. So, Leader, do something. There are real issues that the Speaker has cancelled. Speaker, there is a lot of noise coming from the majority. So I don't know if they are not interested in the morale issues I'm going to raise. The Honourable Deputy Minister, listen, we are talking about real issues. It's important. These issues, you cannot talk about them. It is the minority who relate. We are speaking for you too. You are making noise. Yes, now you are talking. So, Speaker, we are getting closer to adjournment, or even rising. There are real issues I don't want to elucidate unnecessarily. Leader, I nudged you at the Business Committee. we need, as a matter of agency, committee of the whole. The exchequer must come here. That's why he's one of us. That's why he's one of us. There are a lot of things, I don't want to talk about them, that are outstanding, bordering on members and colleagues. Some are statutory. He must be here. So I propose to you, you must do all the legwork. And today I see you are standing instead of the majority leader. I will not be surprised.
Honorable Him, I could see some of the backbenchers giving indications.
But they are excited.
Yes, they are excited.
We are excited. The news is exciting. You are in power. So, Speaker, Wednesday, we should have a committee of the whole. And the Minister of Finance should be given foreknowledge, not just the news of committee of the whole, the items which I cannot elucidate on. So, Speaker, I'll relate to the Chief Whip so that the Minister will come prepared. That's the first one. Same on the Minister. No. Okay. Then, Speaker, again, the Minister of Finance, there's a matter which of huge public interest. The Minister of Finance is owing the administrator of stool lands 9 months arrears. And this is money for our chiefs. Our traditional leaders are being owed 9 months of payment, royalties. The minister should find it. When he's coming for the committee of the whole, he must prepare to speak to this matter. Speaker, if I may reference Order 6, and then, Speaker, with your leave, independent constitutional bodies. Independence under interpretation. Independent constitutional bodies include the Electoral Commission, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, National Commission for Civic Education, National Media Commission, Office of the Administrator of District Assemblies, Common Fund, Office of Auditor General, Bank of Ghana, and other bodies established to have exclusive jurisdiction in the performance of assigned functions. The PRC clearly falls under this description. The PRC. Speaker, a while ago, cumulatively, they have increased utility, specifically electricity, to some 18.34%. Just recently, there has been an additional 9.8%. It is generating a lot of discussion, and its impact on productivity, I must say, productivity generally in this country, could be called to question. I'm simply saying, committee of the whole, the PRC must find their way here. They must come and meet the people's representative and explain why this increment. Of course, we are all aware about the dollar effect on this utility pricing. And now you claim that you have stabilized the dollar. You claim. Where is the matter? That's fine. I'm not contesting that. You have stabilized the. If you have stabilized the dollar, it must reflect in the pricing of utility. So, Speaker, I'm saying, if the finance minister is being scheduled for Wednesday, the PRC must find his way here on Thursday. Rain or shine, they must come to Parliament. Come and explain and put matters in context. Leader, we have all been passionate about our pension scheme. We seem to be running away from it. Today, the Honorable Collins Dowda related to it. Why are we afraid of something that is beneficial to us? The report committee that was put together by this House, the committee has traveled across the globe. Report has been generated. The report was programmed by the order paper. Suddenly, the business program on the order paper vanished. What is happening? This is our welfare. It's our welfare, leader. I beg you. I beg you. Let's get these reports presented, and then we can set them into motion. The other business we have to prosecute. Last one. So we got last one, the very last one. So we got solid and liquid waste management service providers in this country. Close to 1 year have not been paid by this government. No, Mills, it's true. Now, the liquid waste, the entire liquid waste generated by Parliament, if we are not careful, there will be a blast. And if that happens, the effect will be enormous. The finance minister, apart from coming to committee of the whole, Leadership should meet with him. Speaker, I employ your directive. Leadership should meet with him. These two matters must be raised. The royalties to our chiefs, the payment to waste management service providers, it must be done. 1 year, they've not done it. There could be a possible epidemic breakout in our country. So, and again, Speaker, let me commend Chief Webb. At least he's not trivializing the things we are relating to. And I pray that he will always present the business statement. So having said this, I thank you for the opportunity. And he must also do his work in the printing room to get the report. If passage of appropriation is delaying, you can trace your hand to the minority. We are set out to help you pass your appropriation. But if your reports are not being generated, there's nothing we can do. At least so far, we have been very magnanimous to them. Speaker, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Speaker, I knew he would do this. Speaker, the issue of the air conditioners, we want to assure members that the House is taking or has taken this matter seriously, and therefore the tender committee has done its work. The procurement processes are underway. It's come up many times. So we want to urge, if the clerk were here, the deputy clerk is here, so he deputizes for his boss. They should expedite action on that so that members can function from their offices. That's all they are saying. Mr. Speaker, the issue of the traffic, I don't know why the minority chief whip wants to bring parliament into the management of traffic. I don't get it. What we are asking members, we are imploring members technically, is to leave home earlier than they do. that is the surest solution to the matter. But it is noted that we are calling on the Director General of the MTTD to deploy more men to direct traffic, to ease traffic, and more roads are being tarred. More access roads are being generated, so that we are resetting the traffic network in the metropolis and elsewhere. So I'm sure by January you get to Parliament faster than you do. Mr. Speaker, the issue about the coming of the Finance Minister to meet members at the Committee of the Whole, that is laudable. It's acceptable to us. We'll program him. But even though he indicated that the agenda, he won't reveal it, he went ahead to reveal a couple. So the issues that he listed, he and I, as the whips, will sit down, agree on the items that he will come and brief the House on. We'll discuss with leaders. Then when he comes, he can address all of them as en bloc. Speaker, it will be more prudent, given the times, to schedule the PURC on the day that the FM will be here, just to manage time. Because if the FM comes on a day, and then we have to program again another Committee of the Whole on a different day to get PURC, it may burn our time. So I want to plead that we program, the day we are programming FM, we get PURC to also appear, so that they can deal with the issues that you are. Please. Then the issue of the pension scheme report has been advertised. The report has been ready. It's been advertised for some time. I don't think there's any deliberate attempt to gloss over it. It's just because of the exigencies. So I believe tomorrow, if Tuesday, if we have good numbers, it can be taken, debated, and adopted. Then the processes can be initiated. Speaker, solid waste again. We will meet about it and we'll discuss this matter with the FM when it comes. Yes. So I'm saying that as part of the briefings that the FM will come and give to the committee of the whole, this will feature. Here now we agree on the items for the agenda. And the royalties, they will feature. I know why you heckling me. You've raised the matter. I'm responding to them. You are still heckling me. Mr. Speaker, save me from the Honorable Frank Anodom. So, Speaker.
You are saved.
Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, with these matters having been raised by members and responded to and noted, I believe that we are good to adopt a business statement for next week so we can move to other matters. I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, honorable members. The business statements, as thoroughly discussed, is hereby adopted.
Speaker, let me seek your leave to raise a matter of urgent public importance. Speaker, yesterday, whilst we were on the floor trying to conclude business, news filtered through that one of our seasoned lawyers, the lawyer Martin Kpebu, was invited by Office of the Special Prosecutor. He presented himself willingly, and somehow he got detained. Until about after 10 p.m., he was still in detention, and he was supposed to have been granted bail, given onerous bail terms. He should produce property, landed property, and all that. Mr. Speaker, we cannot do this at this time. We can't.
So, honorable leader.
Mr. Speaker, these are serious matters.
Honorable leader.
Mr. Speaker, permit me.
Fine, but under what are you coming?
Mr. Speaker, a matter of urgent public importance.
So come properly. I mean,
Mr.
let
Speaker,
me know.
I have invoked the orders.
Which orders?
Mr. Speaker,
Which
I have
orders?
invoked the orders.
Which orders?
Oh, Mr. Speaker, I have invoked the orders. Order 93. So no. I have invoked the orders, Mr. Speaker, and I was in full flight.
Anyway,
Speaker,
now you've mentioned 93. You can go on.
Speaker, we are saying that the Office of the Special Prosecutor has abused his powers in this matter. And I will not hesitate. I will not hesitate to say that this House, if he continues to abuse his powers, then we may have to abrogate it. We may have to abrogate it. Because we cannot create such an office to handle important matters of concern to the state, and you'll be detaining citizens that you have invited willingly, they've submitted themselves willingly, and you detain them because on a certain supposed obstruction of a public officer from performing a certain duty. That is the misdemeanor.
Honorable Chief Whip.
So, Mr. Speaker, let me place this matter on record that this House, we shall be inviting him to come and brief the House the circumstances under which he will detain a citizen under such whimsical circumstances. It is untenable. And yesterday, his conduct was frowned upon by the entire nation. By the entire nation. So I just have to place this matter on record for today. I thank you for the opportunity.
Honorable Majority Chief Whip, you came under Order 93, but it was wrong time. We normally invoke Order 93 during statement time. Now you've gone past statement time, you are coming to do government business, and you are bringing this discussion again. Anyway, I'll invite one person from this side, Honorable Kojo Ponkroma, to comment on.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I would have wished that the Business Committee would have properly programmed this so that it would have been part of the earlier conversations. The subject that the Chief Whip on the majority side has raised is an important matter. But in my view, Mr. Speaker, it is not about the Office of the Special Prosecutor. It is about a culture that has crept into the investigative and law enforcement bodies in this country, where they invite you, and to quote the words of the Chief Whip, you appear on your own volition to assist them in investigations. Then they arrest and detain and put onerous bail conditions on you. In fact, in the case of his good friend, the respected lawyer he's speaking about, his very good friend, he was asked to bring landed property in his own name. These are some of the onerous bail conditions that we have been speaking about, that the investigative bodies are beginning to weaponize. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, like we say in Twi, etua unyonku mua, etua diem, etua uhumudia, etua nipem. To wait, Mr. Speaker, when it happens to somebody and he's complaining about it, you see absolutely nothing wrong with it. When it happens to you, now you complain. So, Mr. Speaker, if he wants to invite the special prosecutor to come and answer why his friend, and today he's complaining because it is his friend, why his friend and the Office of the Special Prosecutor, in his view, are weaponizing their powers, perhaps he should extend that invitation to all the other investigative bodies that people have raised complaints about, that they are beginning to weaponize the powers of state given them. Today, because it happened to Martin Kpebu, you are making it a matter of urgent public interest. The minority leader, Osahin, has been raising this matter over and over again, that the investigative bodies are weaponizing their powers, are imposing onerous bail conditions. In fact, Mr. Speaker, in instances where you don't even expect them to detain, because you've invited a man, he has appeared, he's provided information, you know where to find him. There's no basis to detain him. They will detain you and put onerous bills, whisk you away, unknown destination. Then your lawyers, everybody looking for you. We've had clients at our firm, we are chasing all over town. When you say it, because it has not happened to them, they don't complain. That's why our elders say, today, because it has happened on their side, they are complaining. So, Mr. Speaker, if we will take a leaf from the book of history, when the Preventive Detention Act was being passed, members of the CPP who were happily shouting that it was a good idea, in the end, became victims of it. If there's a practice that is untoward and it is being raised, let us look at it without partisan lenses. We on this side, if indeed they extend that invitation, I'm not sure we will object. We won't object to it. But perhaps our advice will be that all the other investigative bodies that are being weaponized, which have been complained about, which they turn a blind eye and a blind ear to, maybe, Chief Whip, you should add it so that we can do a non-partisan, diligent job in the interest of the public. Because precedents are being set, which will not be good for our democracy going forward. Mr. Speaker, those will be my words in contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not taking any comment again. We brought statement to a close, and I am unable to take any further comment on that. Leadership, any indication?
Speaker, let me pray that we take the motions. Speaker, we take the motions, so that will be item number 10 on the order paper. 10. Oh, no. Mr. Speaker, that will be, we'll take the motion. So we have yesterday the Independent Constitutional Bodies Committee. They had 3 of their reports ready. And so, Speaker, we want to take those 3 reports quickly because the member has been waiting patiently to present them.
So which page? Which page?
Speaker, page, that will be page 12. 12, 13, 14. So page 14, motion number. Speaker, let's take motion number 29. That's the Media Commission. You have it. You have the Media Commission. Which one do you have? Which one do you have? Which one do you have? Yes. Yes. You can take them. Okay. Speaker, so we'll take motion number, that is 26, 27, 28, 29. Yes, we'll take those in that order, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, the chairman of the committee, the majority leader, is unavoidably 24, 41. Okay. My likely leader is here. Chairman of the committee is here, so we are taking your.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.